Good day, students. How are you doing? So the topic before me this morning is algebra. Algebra is an aspect in mathematics that deal with letters. The letters is from A as in apple, B as in box, C as in cat, until you get to zoo. Now, apple, instead of, you can write apple as A as in apple, then B as in box, C as in cat, until you get to zoo. All these alphabets means a lot in mathematics. The problem is you cannot add apple and box together. You can only add if they belong to the same group. Like when you have this A as in apple, I can write one apple plus one apple plus one apple. Can someone tell me the final answer? That's correct. It's 3 apples. That is what you did when you were in primary school. But if you want to shorten it, instead of writing one apple, you write as in 1A plus 1A plus 1A, which is the same thing as 3A. But in secondary school, you're supposed to know that you are not supposed to write 1 again. You call it invisible 1. It's you that will know that it's 1 that is there. So let's try to remove the 1 and see what we are going to get. A plus A plus A, which is 3A. As I've said earlier, that is very wrong. You cannot add 3B plus 4C. B here could mean banana, while C could mean cup. So it's very wrong. You cannot add them together because they are not in the same group. But you can add 4F plus 3F plus 2F. So 4 plus 3 is 7, plus this is 9. 9F. It's not ordinary 9, but 9F. Now, when you have 3A plus 4B plus 3A plus 4B, in this case, before you can solve problem on this, you try to collect the last term. That is, you group them according to their family. Here you have 3A. The 3 here will come here. Then the next one is 4B. Then you have 4B. So when you have 3A and 3A, you get 6A, then plus 8B. Now, let's work on more of the problem. When you have 7A plus 6B plus 3A plus 7B. What are you supposed to do, students? Collect last term. That's good. So that you have 7A, then plus 3A, then plus 6B, plus 7B. So when you have 7 and 3A together, you obtain what? 10A plus 6B plus this is 13B. That's the final answer. You cannot add, so you leave it like this. Now let's work on the subtraction aspect of it. Another name for subtraction is minus or take away. So when you have 4 minus 3, 4 minus 3 is what? Is 1. Thank you. So if I decide to put A and A here, so what will be the answer? 1A. Thank you. So 1A or is still the same thing as A. Now let me reverse it and let's see what we are going to get out of it. So when we have minus 3 plus 4, look at this method very well. Before you can make any attempt to solve this problem, you must see that they are of different sign. Here you have negative, here you have positive. Negative and positive. If you have negative and positive, try to subtract the small one from the big one. Cover it. This is the small one, forget about the sign. And this is the small big one. When you subtract 3 from 4, what are you going to obtain? That's good. You obtain 1. Now cover the sign. Ask yourself, which one is bigger? 4. Now, remove your hand. At the back of the 4, what is the sign? Plus. So you can easily put plus 1 or 1. It means the same thing. So when you have minus 8 plus 10, you use the same method. Subtract the small one from the big one because they are of different signs. So when you subtract this one from this, you obtain what? 7. Now cover the sign. Ask yourself, which one is bigger? 10. Now remove your hand. The sign is what? Positive. So why can't you put plus 7 or 7? So from here now, if I put minus 3, m, then plus 10m. It means the same thing as plus 7m or 7n. Now, when they are of the same sign, like this, now when you have 3b plus 2b plus 6b, you know that you need to add everything together. 3 plus 2 will give you 5, plus this will give you 11. Because of what? They belong to the same group. Now, when it comes to subtraction, when you have minus 6b plus minus 3b plus minus 7b. This one and this is the same thing. Let me write it here so that you can see it very well. You can see it clearly. So this minus 6b plus minus 3b plus minus 7b is same thing as minus 6b. This minus will have power over this. So it's minus 3b, then minus 7b. This and this mean the same thing. In Yoruba language, we call it gbese, which is debt in English. So you are owing Mrs. Olonda 6 banana. You are owing Mrs. Olonda another 3 banana. You are owing Mrs. Olonda another 7 banana. Why can't you add the debts together? Or the same thing as you are owing 6b, add it to minus 3b, add it to minus 7b. So what will be the total of the debt now? So let's do it together. You have 9. So 9 plus this is what? Minus 16b. That's the final answer. So, but when you have something like this, you have minus 2b plus 10b. Let me ask you a question. When you have minus 2b plus 10b, what will be the result? Yes, it's correct. The answer is 8b. So when you have minus 2m plus 6m, what will be the result? That's good. The answer is 4m. Now, let's look at a situation where you have the same number with different sign. Example, when you have minus 4 plus 4. When you reverse it, you have something like this. This one will come first, which is plus 4, then minus 4. Or 4 minus 4. So what is the answer? 0. So, if you use the same method, you have minus 4, subtracting from 4 is what? Is equal to 0. So when they are of different sign and equal number, it will definitely give you 0. So minus 100 plus 100, what will be the answer? The answer is 0. Thank you. So when you have a fish minus a fish, what will be the answer? Thank you. When you have minus 100m plus 100m, what will be the answer? The answer is 0. That's good. Now, we want to see how we can solve a little problem on it. Let me give you a question on it before we move a little bit higher to test your ability on what we've done so far. So take your biro. If you don't have biro, you can make use of your pencil and start writing. The first one is minus 2s plus 8s minus 4s. B, minus 7m plus 11m. C, minus 20f plus 20s plus 14f minus 3s. So what will be the answer? Oh yeah, go round and check. Let's work on it. Let's start from A. Solution A now. When you have minus 2s plus 8s minus 4s, it's very simple. You can bring the debts together. You have minus 2s, then you have minus 4s, then you have plus 8s. You are going to add it to another debt, 4 debts, making how many debts now? Thank you, 6. Then plus 8s. So in this case, how are you going to do it? I've told you that when you have, if they are of the same different sign, try to subtract the small one from the bigger one. So when you subtract, what are you going to obtain? To obtain 2s. Now, cover the sign. Which one is bigger? Yes, 8. 8. Now, remove your hand. What is the sign here? The sign is plus 2s or s. Or 2s. That's the answer. Now, we want to see the division aspect of it. Division aspect of it. So how are you going to solve it? The first one says simplify. Two over 4. Let me write x here is equal to 3. When you see a question like this, how are you going to solve it? To solve, rewrite it. You have 2x over 4 is equal to 3. That's the question. Now you write it. 2x over 4 is equal to 3 over, balance it. We have two methods to solve this particular. We have many methods to solve this particular equation. So how are you going to solve it? You can cross multiply because x is missing and you want to find the value for x. So when you cross multiply, you multiply this one by this. You obtain 2x is equal to 4 times 3. You multiply this one by this one by this. So this one will turn to 12 and this one will turn to 2s. Don't forget that we want to find the value for x. In this case, 2 is disturbing Mr. X. So you need to get rid of this 2. And to get rid of these 2, what are you going to do? Yes, you divide both sides by 2. So divide both sides by 2. So that you have 2s is equal to 12 divided by 2 divided by 2. So this one we cancel. You have s is equal to, how many 2 can you find in 12? 6. So s is equal to 6. Another method is this. When you have 2x is equal to 3, 2x over 4 is equal to 3. Before you can cut, make sure that the number, the one in numerator, can call the denominator number, or the denominator can call the numerator. In this case, when you have 2x over 4 is equal to 3, you balance so that you have 2s over 4 is equal to 3 over 1. Look at it. 2 here 1, 2 here 2. Now you have s over 2 is equal to 3 over 1. So when you cross multiply, what are you going to obtain? 1 times s will give you s is equal to 2 times 3, 6. So compare this and this together. You say that it still means the same thing. Another method of solving it. Equation like this, what we are expecting you to do is you balance it. You go to 3 over 1. Now you ask yourself, what is the LCM of 4 and 1? Meaning that the LCM of 4 and 1 is what? 10 cubed is 4. Meaning that you need to multiply both sides by the LCM. Multiply. In any step you take, you need to write what you are trying to do. Multiply both sides by 4. So that you have 4 times 2x over 4 is equal to 4 times 3 over 1. So this 4 will cancel this. So remain 2s is equal to 12. So when you divide both sides by 2, what are you going to obtain? This one will go, These two will cancel 2. So your S now is what? It's still the same thing. Don't forget that we are working on algebra. And as I said earlier, that algebra is an aspect in mathematics that deals with letters. So you can see. Now let's try to move a little. Something like this. 2 over 4 is equal to T over 7. Study the equation very well before you make any attempt to solve the problem. You have 2 here, you have 4 here. T is here, 7 is here. You ask yourself what you want to find. You want to find T here. So how are you going to find T? You can find the LCM of both sides. The LCM of 4 and 7 is what? 28. You can multiply both sides by 28 to get the value for 14. But if you know that you cannot do it that way, then you can still cross multiply. To cross multiply, you multiply this by this, you multiply this by this. Let's try it and see what we are going to obtain. 4 times T will give us 14 is equal to 2 times 7, which is 14. So divide both sides by 4. So that you have 4T is equal to 14. So divide by 4 and divide by 4. This one will cancel. You have T is equal to. Look at the question very well. Something can go there and as well here. What is it? 2. Thank you. So 2 in 14, 7. 2 in 4, 2. So you have 7 over 2. This is improper fraction. So you cannot leave it like this. How can a small boy carry a big person? Can you carry Mrs. Olonda? You are too small. So you make it a mixed fraction. So how can you do that? You ask yourself, how many 2 can you find in 7? 2 in 7 what? 3. Remainder what? 1. Then over 2. So that's T. This particular topic will take us to the next level. I told you about algebra. Now let's see the equation in algebra. How you can solve problem on. When you have a equation like this, 4 plus 3t is equal to 10. It's very wrong to solve problem to start. It's very wrong to start. The first thing that you need to do is to clear the brackets. How are you going to clear the brackets? You multiply 2 by the numbers here. So 2 times 4 is 8. Then plus, make sure you write the sign. 2 times 3t will give you what? 6t is equal to 10. Please don't make any attempt to multiply these 2 by this. These 2 will only affect the number in brackets. Now from here now you can solve your problem. You can solve the problem. But have it in mind that you want to find the value for t. How are you going to find the value for t? You have different methods of solving it. So I will use 2 methods to solve it now. Now, I told you before that it's very wrong. You cannot add it and 6t together. It's very wrong. But what you're supposed to do here is to collect the like sign. So this one now, don't change the 8, just leave it like that. It's this 10 that will come and meet 8 here. And don't forget, when you have 10, the 10 is same thing as plus 10. The plus there is called invisible. Invisible plus that you cannot see, but you know that it's plus that is there. When you are taking this 10 to come and meet Mr. 8 here, the plus 10 will change to minus 10, which is equal to, you can now bring this one here. When you bring this plus 6 to the other side, you have minus 16. So when you take 8 minus 10, we give you what? Minus 2 is equal to minus 16. Now, don't forget that you want to find t, and minus 6 is disturbing us. So what are you going to do? You destroy this. And to destroy minus 6, what are you going to do? You divide both sides by minus 6. Divide both sides by minus 6, not ordinary 6, but minus 6. So divide both sides by minus 6. So that you have minus 2 is equal to minus 16 divided by minus 6 divided by minus 6. So this one will cancel. So you have minus, we cancel minus. 6, we cancel 6. So you have 10. So minus divided by minus will give you plus. So 2 here 1, 2 here 3. So the answer is 1 over 3. So meaning that t is equal to 1 over 3. I think I need to introduce you to remind you of what you've learned before concerning the sign. It's very, very important. So you have minus times minus is always what? Plus. Thank you. Minus times plus is always what? Thank you. Plus times minus is always, thank you. So plus times plus is always what? Plus. So when it comes to division, how are we going to do it? So minus divided by minus is always plus. That is what we did. When you have, example, when you have minus 6 divided by minus 6. So minus divided by minus is plus. This minus divided by minus will turn to plus.